Hello guys, you are watching Psychotic Projects, and I hope you guys are having a great day. You are watching the Toothpick 747 project, and this is episode 9. Last episode, we began work on the fuselage, but that didn't really work out so well. But you can see this episode right here at the top right. Today we are working on the fuselage even more, and we're going to get a lot more done. We are working on the bottom half of the section that has 2 layers. We're just going to do a little bit there, but we're going to get a lot done. And so I guess that's all I have. So let's begin. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sand this down, because last episode, remember, we tried doing this, and it didn't really work because these are totally different sizes. Okay, hang on, give me a moment. Yeah, anyways, they're different shapes and different sizes, so I'm gonna have to redo that. So I'm gonna sand those down, and I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get this off. Might have to break it. I don't want to do that. Okay, anyways, be right back. Oh, shoot, that worked. Alright, be back. Okay, so I've looked over these 2 pieces again, and I mean, I don't know what happened, but these actually aren't that bad. I thought these were the wrong size, but it ended up that I just didn't finish one of them. So, but what I am going to do is I'm going to wrap this in this wax paper, and then I'm going to lay the toothpicks, or glue the toothpicks onto here, so that way I can take the toothpicks off more easily, and it won't rip the mold, or whatever this is called. Is this a mold? Yeah. Okay, so let's go for round 2 at these things again. I'm thinking that this is going to be better because it's science. Okay, first off, this desk is a mess. I mean, I literally just have a deck of cards right here. So I think sometime in the near future I'm going to have to clean this place off again. But, I mean, this time it might not be so hard because there's not as many of those little tips. It's just like, well, this is just extra hot glue. So, I don't think it'll be quite as difficult. I don't know. Alright, so anyways, I have gotten a lot done. We have 2 of these little sections done, and the inside of this is looking hilarious. The reason there's a difference between these 2 is because this one I used wax, and yeah, it didn't work out after one use. But it looked good on the inside, but nobody's really going to be seeing the inside, so I don't think that really matters. That's why this one looks different. Yeah, and part of this was coming off, so I'm going to have to re-glue that. Alright, so now that I've got 2 of these, I think real quickly what I'm going to do next is... Let me grab my pencil. Okay. So I've done from about here to here, and I'm going to do a support. And so I need to measure half of this, which is about 1/2 inch, which is what you can see on that little scratch mark right there. I cut this little piece, which is 1/2 inch long, I hope. And then I need to measure this. And then I cut these 2. And this should be the same. Just like that. So you can see that little mark right there. And that's the support. Now I need to make 2 of these for each of these 2 sections, just to add strength, because although these aren't too bendy, it's still quite bendy. And then when I put the main floor on there, it's going to crush it because it's so heavy. Yeah, it's going to crush it like that. So I'm going to add the supports. And so that's what I'm going to do real quickly. Alright guys, so I have added the supports, and they look just like that. And so now these two sides are looking very similar. I think one of these sides was kind of out like this. It was coming out like around here, and so it was shorter than the other side. But now that I have the two cross sections, the two supports, they're looking a lot more similar. So the next thing I need to do is I need to add, I think, to right here, we need to add a smaller section of toothpicks, because about right here is when the toothpicks start to curve up, and so then it won't be the same side or the same shape or the same size. So I'm going to add a little bit smaller section, and then I think the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to print out something like this, except it's going to be a circle, because so on the outline right here it starts to go down, and then right about there it stays the same until right here. And so from here to about here is the same, and it's actually a circle, unlike this shape, because there's no second layer, and so it's literally just a circle. So I'm gonna measure the diameter of this, and then I'm gonna print off a circle, and then I'll cut it out, and then I am going to make another one of these, and it's gonna be a circle. So we have a lot to do. So let me add the small section of this, and we'll get to work. When I started this project, I thought I'd be cutting toothpicks more frequently, but I guess I was wrong, and it's been so long since I've cut toothpicks that my hand has forgotten what it's like. So I'm probably gonna get blisters sooner or later, because I do like 3 or 4 toothpicks at a time. And so yeah, so I stocked up on toothpicks last time I cut a bunch of these, and that's probably what I'm gonna do now. But now my desk is a mess, and I said earlier this episode that I'd clean off my desk sooner or later, and there weren't any of these toothpick tips, but here we are, cutting toothpicks, because my reserves, I don't know, have run out, so I have to cut a ton of these before I begin. Alright, I'm gonna cut a bunch more of these, and we will get back to work on the bottom of the fuselage. Alright, so after about an hour of cutting a bunch of these up, I have gotten a lot of these cut, the tips are off, and so now I need to shrink these into, I think it's a 1.25 inches. Let's see. Yes, so these are all 1.25 inches. Oof. Okay, so right here, I'm gonna go to about right here, because then this starts to curve up, and so that is the last place where this is all the same. So this right here is a 1.25 inches. Yeah, right there. So you can see the little line right by the 1, and then it goes to 1/4. So that's how long each of these are gonna be. But I'm not gonna cut all of these to 1.25 inches, because I only need like, I think it's about 20 toothpicks per side, and I cut a lot more than 40. I'm probably 100 or 200. It's about halfway, right? So that's probably 250 that I just cut. So I'm only going to cut a few of these, and then I will begin putting them on the fuselage. There we go, we have our first battle scar. Look at that. I finally got burnt. Took long enough, I guess. Thumbs up, guys. Alright, so, real quickly, here's what happened. So I was gluing this onto this so that it wouldn't move around. And so I was holding it down with my thumb. Let's see, okay, yeah, so right here I was holding it down with my thumb and about right there. And I just barely put the glue on so it was still hot, so I put my thumb right there, right where the blister is, to hold it down so it didn't move. And then I had my other hand right here to, make sure it doesn't move even more. And the glue started burning my hand. It wasn't even the hot glue gun, it was literally just the glue. So I took my thumb away from it, and the glue just kept on sitting on my thumb, because if I let go of with this thumb, then it would just fall apart and I'd have to redo it again and probably burn myself even more. So I kept my thumb right here, and the glue just sat on my thumb and just kept on burning me. Oh man, it was painful. But now we're all good, doesn't hurt anymore, and so that was 2 days ago. So we're gonna get back to work. You might have seen that I began a little bit of work here. But I think before I resume doing that, this right here is super weak. Like you can see right here that it's bending. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make some temporary supports just right here like I did on the main level. I'm just going to make some supports, and that'll keep it from doing that. And then I will keep working on this. And so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I did say it was temporary, okay? Okay, I know, and I know it looks bad, but I did say it was temporary. But, anyways, it is looking a lot, well, actually, it's not looking good at all, but it is holding up a lot stronger. I think it was like around here that was being whack, and now it's not. So it's a lot stronger and a lot more ugly. And I could have gone to right here. I even marked out the parts. But I didn't, because I'm going to be working on here next. So I'm just going to leave that empty. But, okay, now we got to get to the thing I was talking about. So now we're just going to do this little part right here. And, yeah, so that'll be a bit grindy, but it shouldn't take too long. But, yeah, I've already gotten it started. Alright, let's get to work. Alright guys, as you can see here, we have we have 3 completed sections, along with a little bit more support because this part was falling off right here, so I just added this right here. But we have 3 sections completed, and it actually didn't take as long as I thought. I thought it would take a little bit longer, but it actually didn't. It took about, I don't know, 45 minutes. So, but I think I have an idea. So as you can see right in there, this right here is the outline of the whole thing, but it is sticking out like this. And so I think that this should actually be just like a, I guess a frame of what the shape should look like, I guess. And then once we get the fuselage done, we'll just pop it off, I guess. So that it looks better, because this is just, like you can see right here that it's not straight, kind of goes around, and it's really weird. Also, I'm not going to add support right here because it's already pretty strong. It's connected to right here through glue. I might have to add a little bit more glue in between these spaces. But for the most part, it's doing pretty strong. So I don't think I'm going to add a support for now. Maybe we'll see a little bit later. But I'm afraid that's all we have time for today because I've gotten a lot done. And I'm so excited to get this out to you guys. It might seem like I haven't gotten a lot done, but I've been working all week long, and so I am super excited to start the next episode. So I will see you then. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode.